Go to Google and type Rathod's IAS. Then you can see our website, Rathod's IAS Academy. There you have to click on login or register in the blue color. So if you have not registered yet, you have to click on do not have account and fill the details. So once you have login, click on the courses. There you can see course list. And in this course list, you can see wide range of courses. Hi, this is Usha. Welcome to Rathod's IAS classes. Today in this lecture, we are going to see current affairs of 29th May 2022. So let's get started with our discussion and let us try to see today's quote. So today's quote is, we are on earth to take care of life. So we are on earth to take care of each other. So this quote you can use whenever you are talking about empathy. Whenever you are talking about emotional intelligence. So these are the topics that you will come across in your GS paper 4 under your ethics. So this empathy and emotional intelligence are very, very important topics. So whenever you are writing this answer regarding this empathy and emotional intelligence, you can use this quote like, so we are on earth to take care of life. We are on earth to take care of each other. Okay. So now let us try to see first topic. Actually, Sunday's newspaper is very important to cover environment and ecology and as well as science and technology related articles. Okay, so please don't skip this Sunday's newspaper. So many students, they will be having tendency to skip this Sunday's newspaper. So please don't do that. So at least watch this analysis. So first topic here, it is about twin hurdles to hinder India's maritime role. So why we need to talk about this India's maritime role now? So recently Quad Summit which mainly held, and in this Quad Summit it mainly contains 4 members, India, US, Japan and Australia. So they are mainly focusing on one initiative, that is maritime, okay, Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness. So if you are talking about India's role in this maritime, so it is mainly having some hurdles. For example, you can talk about there is no proper infrastructure to maintain security and there is no proper postings as well. So there is delay in the postings are also seen. So these are the 2 important hurdles that we can see in our India's maritime role. Okay, so this article is very important regarding our security, which mainly comes under GS paper 3. And now let us try to see this special article which is present in the first page of today's Hindu. So if you are talking about context, it mainly says that as a quad grouping, so this quad grouping, that is quadrilateral security dialogue, which mainly contains these 4 countries, as I said earlier, that is India, Australia, Japan and US. They are mainly focusing on Indo-Pacific Maritime Domain Awareness. Okay, you have to focus on this maritime domain awareness. So this is an initiative and it is mainly providing some information sharing, and it is also focusing on maritime surveillance across this Indo-Pacific region. But now if you are talking about India's ability in this maritime sector, so we are facing 2 important issues. So first one is there is lack of infrastructure, or we can say there is infrastructure constraints, and there is also continuous delay in posting. So in posting of what? In posting of Indian liaison officers. Okay, so there is delay in the posting of Indian liaison officers as well. So if we're talking about some important details, it mainly says that there is interest. Okay, there is interest and there are some requests from even several countries to post this international liaison officers at Indian Navy as well. Okay, the Indian Navy's Information Fusion Center in Indian Ocean region. So in this area, so there is no posting of this Indian liaison officers. So from many other countries, from several other countries also, we are getting some pressure regarding posting of officers in this Indian Ocean, okay, Indian Ocean region. So here a proposal for even expansion has been pending with this defense ministry for 2 years. So since 2 years onwards, there is a proposal for expansion. So this expansion proposal has been in pending. So the scope of information sharing for this maritime domain awareness has been significantly expanded in the recent years. Okay, in the recent years among these Quad countries, so it mainly expanded. Okay, it mainly expanded with littoral states in the backdrop of expansion of this Chinese naval presence. So what happened in this Indo-Pacific region? There is expansion of this Chinese presence that is mainly seen, that is increasing of presence of China. So mainly to counter this, so in this regard of this maritime domain awareness, we are also focusing on some littoral states, so where there is increasing of presence of China, which is mainly happening, and this initiative will lose steam if not acted upon immediately, as countries they will lose interest. One South Bloc official caution. So one South Bloc official, he mainly said that if we are not focusing on these two constraints, so we may lose the steam. So this is the thing which mainly said. And if you are talking about pending proposals, so there are proposals for this posting of Indian Naval Liaison Officers at this Regional Maritime Information Fusion Center, Madagascar, and even Regional Coordination Operation Center, Seychelles. Okay, from past 2 years onwards there is pending. So apart from that, a proposal to post this liaison officers at this European-led mission in Strait of Hormuz also. So there is a pending. And even India had an liaison officer in Singapore as well. That is since 2009 onwards. And if you are talking about next article, which is mainly talking about gold reserve. So here you have to open your NCERT and you have to see where the gold reserves are present, and you have to see not only in India but gold reserves in the world as well. So this is a homework for you students. So try to open the atlas and try to open your NCERT books and read this concept of resources. This topic is important from your GS paper 1 under geography. So we are talking about this article which mainly says that Bihar government has decided to accord permission for exploration of country's largest gold reserve, that is located in this Jamui district. Okay, so in this Jamui district of Bihar, which mainly having the country's largest gold reserves, and now Bihar government has decided to accord or give permission for exploration of this gold in this Jamui district. So if we are talking about details, it mainly says that as per Geological Survey of India, it mainly said that there are about 222.88 million tons of gold reserves. So how much amount? That is 222.88 million tons of gold reserves, and it mainly includes about 37.6 tons of mineral rich ore is also present in this district. So here the state's mines and geology department, along with the consultation with certain agencies, they mainly came up with this exploration. Okay, they are mainly engaged in exploration, including Geological Survey of India and National Mineral Development Corporation. They are mainly focusing on exploration of this gold reserves in this Jamui district. So the consultation which also started after analyzing this Geological Survey of India findings, and it mainly said that there is a gold which is mainly present in the areas like Karmithya and as well as Jaja and as well as Sono in Jammu district. So in this district, in these three areas, we can find this gold. So this is according to details of this Geological Survey of India. So if we're talking about some facts regarding this gold reserves in India, so as per National Mineral Inventory data, okay, so as per National Mineral Inventory data, the total reserves or the reserves of the gold ore which is mainly seen in country, it estimated about 501.83 million tons of gold. So this is the data as per 2015. Okay, so here if you are talking about the largest resource of this gold ore which is mainly seen in Bihar, so Bihar accounts about 44%, and this one is Rajasthan 25%, Karnataka 21%, West Bengal 3%, Andhra Pradesh 3%, and as well as Jharkhand 2%. And the remaining 2% of resources, they are mainly located in other states like Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Kerala, Maharashtra, and as well as Tamil Nadu regions. So if you're talking about who will go for mapping of this resources, so it is the task which is mainly done by GSI, Geological Survey of India. So Geological Survey of India is actively engaged in geological mapping and also coming up with a mineral exploration for various mineral commodities as well. So here Geological Survey of India, which mainly aims to identify potential mineral rich resources or potential mineral rich zones, and they will be also focusing on resources as establishment of resources. So now let's try to see next topic. It is regarding United Nations Habitat. So heritage to sustainability. So we are going to talk about Pink City. So Pink City is nothing but Jaipur. Okay, Rajasthan's Jaipur, Rajasthan capital city Jaipur, it is also called as a pink city. So this article is very important regarding your governance point of view. So now let's try to see this topic in a very great detail. So if you see context, it mainly says that posting a challenge, or for example, if you're talking about urban planners, or if you're talking about urban areas, so we are facing number of issues. So these issues we already studied in our geography, in our static syllabus, especially regarding economic geography part. So in economic geography part, you will be knowing about what is urbanization. So what are the important challenges that we are facing by this urbanization, and what are the problems, or we can say like what are the programs that have mainly come up by the government to resolve those problems. So those all things that we already discussed in our world geography series. So if you want to purchase that course, visit our website and you can do the payment there. Okay, so here if you're talking about this article, especially urban cities, especially capital cities, they will be posing number of challenges for the urban planners. So here in this context, United Nations Habitat, which mainly identified multi-hazard vulnerabilities. So what are the vulnerabilities which are mainly faced by these urban areas? For example, urban sprawl. Urban sprawl means nothing but, for example, this is a city. Okay, this is urban area. So rapidly what happened from the rural areas, people, they will start migrate to these urban areas because of pull factors and as well as push factors. And what happened, this city will be rapidly spreading outsides or outskirts. Okay, so in this way, whenever there is expansion of city or expansion of towns which is happening, that is called as urban sprawls. And we are also seeing there is a weak mobility in this urban sprawl region, this expanded city region, and also we are having a green blue disconnect. Okay, so these are some important issues which are mainly faced by this pink city. So though Rajasthan capital had received high sustainability rating, so government agencies, they have their task to cut out to deal with this city's expansion. Okay, so Rajasthan capital received high sustainability rating. So here what happens, so we are having a one important task, that is to deal with the city's expansion. So the global body, which mainly based on some of its findings and sustainable cities, they came up with some integrated pilot approach, as a part of which here sustainable urban planning and management components, they was implemented in this collaboration with the Jaipur Development Authority and as well as Jaipur Greater Municipal Corporation. So they want to come up with sustainable urban planning, and they want to come up with a pilot process as well regarding management, and they also focused on implementing and collaboration as well. So if we're talking about some important details, it mainly says that Jaipur, which mainly received overall sustainability rating. Okay, so here what happened, so if you're talking about the sustainability ratings, yes, Jaipur, which mainly registered good rating in this overall sustainability rating of 3 on urban sustainability assessment. Okay, and it mainly collected the data which is mainly for 87 out of 131 parameters. So if you're talking about experts, they identified certain urban sectors they needs to pay maximum attention. So they are like green cover, increasing of green cover, and we need to focus on strengthening of urban biodiversity, and we need to enhance, okay, we need to enhance quality of life of our people. These are some important things that we need to focus on. So the project was received funding from the GEF, that is Global Environmental Facility as well, and is mainly focusing to estimate this carbon sequestration in this area. And the mitigating, and if you are talking about mitigating this urban sprawl, which is one of the important and major challenge that is mainly faced by the state capital, and we are mainly focusing on redevelopment and densification of this existing urban areas. Okay, so if you're talking about what are the steps that are mainly going to be taken, so first and the foremost thing here is they are mainly focusing on public transport system. They are mainly focusing on buses, and as well as we are facing, there is a problem regarding poor route delineation, fare integration, etc. So here we are mainly going to focus on public transportation. And next one here is the project. There are about 800 dry wells, okay, and they are mainly focusing on this rainwater harvesting structures, and this will be very much helpful for mitigating of urban floods, and as well as will also ensuring the efficient utilization of water resources as well. And next one is, in order to increase this green cover, they are mainly focusing on promotion of biodiversity. Okay, they are mainly focusing on going for plantation across its natural drainage lanes and as well as railway tracks, etc. And now let us try to talk about some facts regarding this UN habitat. So this UN habitat is United Nations Human Settlements Program. So it is mainly the one of the program of this United Nations, and it is mainly focusing on human settlements and as well as sustainable urban development. So actually this United Nations habitat, which mainly established in 1978. Okay, and this United Nations habitat, which is mainly outcome of first United Nations conference on human settlements and sustainable urban development as well. Okay, and next one is this United Nations habitat, which mainly maintains headquarters in United Nations office. And next one is, it is also mandated by this United Nations General Assembly to promote socially and economically sustainable towns. So if we're talking about twin goals on this agenda, the first one here is they are mainly focusing on this adequate shelter for all, and they are mainly focusing on this settlement. Okay, especially regarding this human settlements, they are going to for sustainable human settlements and as well as urbanizing world. So this is about this topic. And now let us try to see next topic. Title says US issues sanctions targeting North Korea. So what happened? There is some tussle which is mainly happening between this North Korea and US. So to understand this, you have to see the location. So here we have China, here we have Russia, right? So here we have Korean Peninsula, which mainly contains North Korea and South Korea. So US, which is mainly supporting this South Korea, and between this North Korea and South Korea we have demilitarization zone, and this North Korea which is against US, right? So what happened now? This US, which mainly issues sanctions targeting this North Korea. So now let us try to see the context. So United States imposed sanctions on 2 Russian banks and also 1 North Korean company. So it mainly issued sanctions on 2 Russian banks and 1 North Korean company and a person who accused of supporting this North Korea's weapons of mass destruction program. So because of this, it mainly increasing pressure on this Pyongyang over its renewed ballistic missile launches. So here North Korea, which is mainly coming up with some ballistic missile launches. So because of this, so this sanctions will be helpful mainly to control that. So if you're talking about details, it mainly says that the latest American move came a day after China and Russia vetoed a US-led push to impose more United Nations sanctions on North Korea over its missile launches. So recently South Korea made alleging that here North Korea, which is coming up with number of ballistic missile tests. So because of this, now here this move which is mainly taken by US, which is about after China and Russia, they vetoed US-led push to impose United Nations sanctions on this North Korea over this ballistic missile launches. So the vetoes, they came despite what US says was the 6th test of this intercontinental ballistic missile by this North Korea. So this year, and signs that Pyongyang is preparing to conduct its first nuclear test since 2017. So since 2017 onwards, here North Korea, which is coming up with this test, and this year it is the 6th test of this intercontinental ballistic missile. So here Washington also designated Jong Yong Nam. He is one like Belarus-based organization. So it is mainly helping this North Korea to conduct this ballistic missile test. So here China has been urging that United States to take actions including lifting off some unilateral sanctions on this North Korea, and here China is also asking to come up with talks with this North Korea, which had been stalled since 2019. So this is about this topic, and now let's try to see next topic. It is regarding rare bacteria discovered in Antarctica. So this article is important regarding your GS paper 3 under environment and ecology. So if you see context, it mainly says that a bacteria has been discovered in Antarctica. So a bacteria had been discovered in Antarctica, and why this bacteria is special? Okay, why it is special? Because it is having one gene. Okay, so because of this, it is mainly giving them natural antibiotic and as well as antimicrobial resistance. So because of this, it is having a large potential to spread out of these polar regions according to study. So here if you are talking about some details, it mainly says that scientists from this University of Chile, they collected several samples of this Antarctic peninsula from 2017 to 2019, and they found that this Pseudomonas bacteria, okay, this Pseudomonas bacteria, it is one of the predominant bacteria which mainly grows in Antarctic peninsula, and it is not pathogenic, okay, it is not pathogenic, but it is having some resistant genes, so which are not stopped by the common disinfectants such as copper, chlorine, as well as quaternary ammonium. So now let's try to see next topic. It is regarding coccoliths fossil. So it is one of the interesting topic, I can say. So now let's try to see this topic in a very great detail. So if you see context, it mainly says that an international team of scientists, okay, an international team of scientists, they mainly found a remarkable type of fossilization. Okay, they mainly came up with identifying of some different type or remarkable type of this fossilization, and that remained almost entirely overlooked. So till now we didn't come up with that type of fossilization. So if you're talking about details, it mainly says that the fossils are microscopic imprints, or we can say they are ghosts, and these are single-celled plankton. Okay, so these are mainly single-celled plankton. It is called as coccolithophores. Okay, it mainly lives in the seas millions of years ago, and their discovery, which is mainly changing our understanding of how plankton in oceans are affected by this climate change. So whenever we are studying that fossils, and we will be getting some data or some information regarding how these soils of plankton which mainly survived the climate change. So there is some evidence that there is a declining of abundance of coccolith fossils have been documented from multiple past global warming events. And this study which mainly suggests that these planktons have severely affected by climate change and even ocean acidification. So but this study, new study which mainly found and reported or published in Science, which mainly says that new global records of abundant ghost fossils from these three Jurassic and Cretaceous warnings events, that is about 94, 120 and 183 million years ago, which mainly suggested that this coccolithophores, they were more resilient to this past climate change. Okay, and if you're talking about some more important details, despite of their microscopic size, they are very small in size. Even we can see them in a microscope, so they are called as microscopic organisms or microscopic size. And these coccolithophores, they can be hugely abundant in the present ocean, and they are even visible from the space as a cloud-like blooms. So after death, here their calcareous exoskeletons, they sink to the sea floor. So this is a sea floor, right? So they will be sinking to the sea floor, and they will be accumulating in the vast number, and they mainly forms rocks that is called as sedimentary rocks. So to understand this sedimentary rock, you have to go to our world geography series. So there I discussed about different types of the rocks and rock cycles. So we are having three different types of rock: igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, okay, and as well as metamorphic rocks. So these sedimentary rocks are mainly formed with the sediments, and whenever there is temperature, whenever there is pressure which is mainly acting on that, so because of this, what are the sediments which is collected at the sea floor, they will be joining together or coming together, and they will be forming rock called as chalk. So as more mud was gradually deposited on the top, the pressure squashed the coccolith plates, and thus that organ remains together, and that hard coccolith, they were mainly pressed into the surface of pollen, spores, and as well as other soft organic matter. So here this article mainly says that, so how this sedimentary rock which is formed, for example, there are this, let us consider this is as a sea floor, and let me change the pen. So this is a sediments here. So this is the first layer of sediments, and after some years, so we will be seeing some more sediments that will be coming, and that will be depositing, and after some more years, so some more sediments, and they will be depositing. So because of increasing of pressure, that is the weight which is exerted by the upper layer on the lower layer, and because of increasing of temperature, so they will be coming in the very compactly, and they will be hardening into rock. So such type of rocks are called as sedimentary rocks. Okay, so here these are some important things that we found from this plankton. And now let's try to see next topic is regarding bird flu outbreak. So this article is mainly talking about H5N1 virus. So this article is important from your GS paper 3 under health. Okay, or we can say GS paper 2 under health and GS paper 3 under science and technology as well. So now let us try to see this topic in a very great detail. So if you see context, it mainly says that there has been an unprecedented spread of this H5N1 virus. So there is a large range of this spreading of this bird flu that is mainly seen, or avian influenza. So if you see the details, it mainly says that the virus seems to be spreading in wild birds more easily than compared to that of earlier, and the infected wild birds, they then spread the virus around the world. Okay, and it is leading to some important thing, that is increased risk of vulnerability. Okay, so the virus which mainly seems to be spreading in the wild animals or wild birds. Okay, so it is avian influenza. So we can see this this virus which is mainly infecting or spreading in this birds. So once these birds, they all got infected with this virus, then that will be infecting. Okay, that whenever this bird which is mainly died means, so around the bird, so we can see there will be a number of birds, for example vultures, they will be coming and they will be feeding on this calyces. So there are number of risk of vulnerabilities that we can see here. So we're talking about some facts regarding this bird flu. It is also called as avian influenza. So it is mainly caused by this influenza type A virus, and it is mainly found naturally, okay, in wild birds worldwide. So virus can also infect this domestic poultry, and there have been reports of H5N1 infection among these pigs, cats, and even tigers as well. And next important thing here is the symptoms have been ranging from mild to severe influenza like symptoms or like illness. So now let us try to see next topic. It is regarding more acceptable. So this article is important from your environment and ecology, because we are mainly talking about this GM crops. So what will be the impact of this GM crops on our environment, and even this genetically modified plants can be studied in your even science and technology. So if you are talking about this context, which mainly says that tomato plants that produces a precursor to vitamin D, and whenever we are producing this precursor to vitamin D, so it will be mainly helpful for development of this vitamin D in our bodies. So if we're talking about details, so whenever we are going for this genetically modified plants or crops, so scientists, they are not inserting any genes in this species, but they are mainly switching one important gene. So because of this here, that will be helpful for precursor of this vitamin D. So here, because of this, here we are mainly expecting that, so this tomato plants, they will be facing few regulations in many countries. So now let's try to see some facts regarding this vitamin D. So vitamin D3, it is a precursor from the humans. They can make this vitamin D, and the chemical name here is vitamin D3. Okay, D3 7-dehydrocholesterol. So if you're talking about this vitamin D, it is also present in the fish and as well as dairy products. So functions here is, it will be helpful for calcium's homeostasis, and it will be also maintaining the constant concentration of calcium in the bones, and it will be also helpful for bone development and as well as strength as well. So we're talking about how much amount we can take this vitamin D. So that is just 15 micrograms per day for children and 20 micrograms, that is mcg, for adults. Okay, so here if you're talking about this deficiency will causes rickets and osteoporosis. So now let's try to see yesterday's questions. So first question is regarding governor. So governor office is an employment under central government. So it is not at all like that, because this governor will be directly or indirectly will be elected. He is not indirectly or directly elected by the people. So he is mainly appointed by the president, right? So here he is not working under direct central government, and it is an independent constitutional office, yes, and he is subordinate to central government, and as he holds office only. So he is not only during the pressure of president, but if there is any increase, yes, there is also increase as well. So this statement is incorrect. Next one is he has no fixed term of office, no security of tenure. Yes, so that option will be 2 and 4 only. And next question is regarding governor has sent bill for reconsideration using suspensive veto, and the state legislature has passed that bill again. Means, so what will be the option that here governor will have? So he has to give his assent to this bill. And now let's try to see today's questions. The first one is regarding the Constitution of India envisages the same pattern of government in the states as that at the center. So here you have to know about the parts of this constitute state executive. And next topic is about bicameral legislature. It is regarding federal structure. Already I discussed this topic number of times. So please give me answer for these questions in the comment box. And now let us try to see today's Hindu PDF. So before seeing this Hindu, I want to make a small announcement. We in Rathod Science, we came up with this foundational course for this 2022 and 2023 UPSC CSE. And here in this course, we are providing more than 600 hours of video classes. So we are mainly focusing on conceptual clarity. So conceptual clarity will be given for you for sure. Okay, and if you have any queries, so please call me on this number 8074765513, and please visit our website Rathod Science Academy for demo classes. Okay, so you can click on course list, and there you can play 3 demo videos without paying any single rupee. So now let us try to see here today's Hindu newspaper PDF. So this is our today's Hindu, and the date here is 29th May, and this is Delhi edition. So first article, it is regarding here maritime rules. So what are the hurdles? First one is infrastructure construction, second one is delay in postings. So already I discussed this topic. And if you move forward here, you can see cases regarding monkeypox. No case of monkeypox is seen in India so far. So this article is very important, and you have to revise some facts regarding this monkeypox that already I discussed in yesterday's lecture. And if you move forward, this article is mainly talking about scholarship program. So center extends the scholarship for this Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh students. So this article is very important, and you have to refer whatever the scholarship schemes that are running in your states especially. And if you move forward, there is nothing present in this states page. So here in the states page number 5 also there is nothing much important. And on page 6 you can see some articles which are important, that is Northeast helps in global outreach. So here prioritization of region is very important, and whenever we are going for prioritization of region, it will be very helpful for the trusted global partners. So this is the thing which mainly said by our External Affairs Minister. So our External Affairs Minister, he mainly indicated Bangladesh, Bhutan, Myanmar and Nepal. They were India's most trusted global partners, along with Japan and as well as members of these Asian countries. So he mainly attended 2 days inaugural session of this NADI NADI 3. Okay, so because of this, he mainly talked about this initiative. And if you're talking about this NADI initiative, it is nothing but, the NADI means nothing but river. It is an initiative to articulate and to activate a collective vision of sub-regional cooperation of Bay of Bengal region. Okay, and it mainly recognizes its region south of Himalayas, and as well as from the Ganga, and as well as Brahmaputra, Mekong, etc. So this article is very important. And now let us try to move forward. And if you see here, you can see one article regarding this gold reserves. I discussed this topic in a very great detail. And if you move forward, you can see article regarding this DDMAs. Okay, DDMAs, they are not, that is district disaster management authority in Maharashtra rejects 60,000 applicants for this COVID-19 ex-gratia. So because of this is also one cause of concern. And next article, it is regarding heroin, drug trafficking. So NCB, Narcotics Control Bureau, mainly arrested Nigerian and 7 others in the drug case, and they mainly seizes about 35 kgs of heroin. And now let us move towards this article. It is regarding United Nations Habitat. I discussed this topic in a very great detail. And if you move forward, you can see US issues sanctions targeting North Korea. So I also discussed this topic. And if you move forward in the science and technology page, here you can see number of articles regarding this ignoring monkeypox outbreak in Nigeria. So actually Nigeria, which mainly reported 88 confirmed cases in 2017 and 49 in 2018 and 47 in 2019. So 8 cases recorded in 2020 and 31 cases recorded in this 34 cases recorded in this 2021. So because of this increase in the cases, here we should not take this monkeypox as a light, but we need to take some measures. So this is the thing which mainly said by this article. And here in this snapshots, you can see articles regarding finding pyramids and bird flu outbreak and even tired thumb, and next one here is about tomatoes. So these are some important topics I already discussed, and I already discussed about this rare bacteria which mainly discovered in Antarctica. I also discussed this topic regarding this coccoliths fossils as well. So now let us try to see some more important articles which are important. The first one here is Indo-Pacific Bloc limited in scope. So this article which is mainly talking about Indo-Pacific Economic Forum, that is IPEF. We already discussed number of facts regarding this. And next topic is regarding price rise and GST. So this article is also very important because of some changes that we see in this GST. We can see there is some increasing of price rise that is mainly seen. So how it will be helpful. Okay, so this thing that you have to remember, and these are some important articles that appeared in this today's Hindu newspaper. I hope you enjoyed this lecture. So please subscribe to Rathod's IAS Academy and don't forget to like, share and comment my videos. And please try to enroll this courses which are offering by Rathod's IAS. They are very much helpful. So if you have any queries, so number is also given in the description box. And if you want to get the PDF of this today's lecture, you can join this Telegram channel. That Telegram channel link is also given in description box. Thank you so much. Go to Google and type Rathod's IAS. Then you can see our website Rathod's IAS Academy. There you have to click on login or register in the blue color. So if you have not registered yet, you have to click on do not have account and fill the details. You have to give your name, email ID, your mobile number and password, and finally you can click on this register button. And once your details are filled, then registration will be successful, and click on OK. And come back and click again on login and register, and you have to log in now. So after once you have login, click on the courses. There you can see course list, and in this course list you can see wide range of courses. So you can see Indian Society, CSAT, Ethics, International Relations, Essay, and if you buy all the courses, then we will be giving access to all these courses like History, Economy, Geography, and this is our mains answer writing course. There you can see different batches are there, and this is our prelims test series. If you want to watch demo videos, you have to click on play course, and in history we will be having 5 modules. So there, if you want to see demo videos in that so and so part of history, you can click on that play course. And before payment you can see only 3 demo videos, and after payment you can see all the videos will be displayed on the screen. You will
Hello
be
students,
having
welcome to
settings
Rathod's
regarding
IAS.
quality and
My name is
also
Rajesh.
speed.
I'm your
You can
history
adjust
faculty.
according to
Today
your
in the part of the
requirement.
World History Lectures, the
This
most
is about
important topic
history.
in the world history of the UPSC CSA exam, that is the French
Next,
Revolution.
let us try to see other subject, international relations. Click on play course, and the same thing that will follows. Before payment 3 demo videos, after payment every video will be displayed on screen, and you can click on the play button, then full screen, and then settings. So this will be follows to all
Hello
the
all,
courses.
welcome to the lecture. A very important topic we are going to cover up in today's lecture, that is Indo-Pacific. Every day in newspaper we are hearing this word Indo-Pacific region and the importance.
This is regarding polity, and the faculty is Shashwat Raghav ma'am.
Hello and welcome everyone to Rathod's IAS. This is Shashwat Raghav, your polity faculty on this platform. We'll be basically covering our GS paper 2, And we very well know in GS paper 2 we have governance, constitution, polity, along with social justice and IR. By me, your constitution, polity and governance subjects will be covered. In UPSC side, for GS paper 2, only the subjects have been mentioned, the governance, constitution, polity, but faculties
This is about economy. So economy is taught by Sarvan sir. So these are some demo videos you can watch like this. And economy
Welcome
is
to
like
Rathod
112 hours of course.
Friends, from this class onward. Hi friends, my name is Sarvan Kumar. I am your economic faculty. Welcome to Rathod's IAS. Friends, in this class, we are going to study about the gross value added. What is the meaning of this gross value added? Now, under this, we have three heads: basic price, right? Factor.
And next is science and technology. You can click on the video and you can click on play button and full screen.
Welcome to Rathod IAS. To the DNA, that kind of bank is called as a DNA data bank. So you need to create a DNA data bank at a national level, okay, where the information of all the criminals, okay, all the suspects. Okay.
So these are the number of courses that you can watch the demo videos, and after once you watch the demo videos and after once you satisfied, so click on the buy now button, and after that you need to enter some details. Later on you can click on proceed and you can give your mobile number and also email ID, and finally you can use this Razor Pay payment system for the purchasing of these courses.